It seems to me like it was passed around the studio, so everyone got their hands on it, even the, all the producers, all the record executives, kind of like your mom. Hi, I'm Shy. You might remember me from such YouTube videos as Moa's Bouncy Left Leg, and that other one that was taken down for some stupid reason. Well, the temperatures are above 0 Fahrenheit for the first time in roughly 4 days, so I'm enjoying this new springtime-like weather with an ice cold ramune and some Pocky. Lousy, rotten, stinking piece of Pinoy crap. Okay, I have never tried this brand of ramune, but I found it at some local Asian store. Looks like it's orange flavor. Enjoy pop soda. Oh, I intend to. I intend to. These are always fun. Alright. Oh. Okay. The bubbles are burning my tongue! The bubbles are... I don't know how they get orange out of this. It just kind of tastes like sugar water. Yeah, not really impressed with this all that much. I'm feeling generous today, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it Megu Aiko Black Baby Metal impersonation. Oh my god, you guys, a new Sakura Gakuin video was leaked on the internet by accident. Yeah, I've been watching that a lot, and I'm going to get to more of that later. But, wow. Anytime, wow. Now, because I swore a blood oath not to post it on the internet, because that's just something I can't do, I did put MP3. I took the audio out of it, and I made an MP3 and put it on SoundCloud, so you can check out my SoundCloud, and you can get the the audio, which that ain't not bad. You guys, this LoGiRL was great. It was loud, it was boisterous, there was always something going on. Olga came out and she nailed the good oganing. They did the opening talk. Momoko led that. She did a great job. If you look back at the older LoGiRLs, which you might want to, because this LoGiRL was actually the first anniversary of the LoGiRL experience. So this is a big day for us, Fuke. But if you go back and look at the early ones, it's got Yui and Hana doing the opening talks. You can see it's night and day between what it used to be and what it is now. You look at Yui and Hana, it's so stilted at times. It's kind of awkward. But, I love Yui and Hana, but... So yeah, the girls are a lot more boisterous, like I mentioned. They're also more willing to be confrontational, especially with Mori Sensei. And speaking of that, Mori Sensei he's done a good job of adjusting to this new dynamic where, last year, towards the beginning, the beginning of the LoGiRL experience, the girls were a lot more deferential. Now they're a lot more confrontational. Even Soyo was getting her digs in. It was kind of cool. But Mori did a great job adjusting to that new dynamic. He's a great MC. He would be really hard to replace. So I guess that's just, I want to make sure everyone appreciates Mori Sensei. He does an awesome job. After the opening talk, they move on to Manande Monday. What they did is they showed the girls a series of fruits and vegetables, and the girls were supposed to draw how they imagined the fruit looked before it was harvested. They did pineapple and cashews. What else did they do? okra. I don't like okra. And there was no Gambare challenge this time. They did the confession box thing again, and that is where our winner was chosen. I mean, check this out.
家軍団と違ってね、吐き出さないタイプかもしれない。さあ行きましょう。はい、じゃあ吉田どうぞ。言っちゃっていいですよ。いいよ。
いや本番中とかに手をこうやってるんですよ。それが目障りです。
That was adorable. Soyo wins. Okay, just a couple really quick announcements. Sakura Gakuin has confirmed that they gonna drop their album March 3rd. What's it called? Kirameki no Shizuku, I believe. March 3rd, they're releasing it, so that's like just a little over a month away. And just one more thing, I guess Baby Metal is saying that their album that they're releasing on April 1st is going to contain a track that is, I guess, geared towards Western listeners, or kind of like a thank you to Western listeners, which starts me worrying right away. I mean, because we've already got the one, which has a lot of English in it, and, which I've addressed before, kind of worries me. And then there's going to be another one, or if it's all English, I'm going to be like, don't we, the Fukei, like Japanese bands? We like Japanese music in Japanese. You see this all the time. Companies do this all the time, where they have this core business and they've got tons of loyal followers, and then they try to branch out to attract more people, and they just end up diluting the product. So I'm hoping this is just like a one-off thing, and we can forget this ever happened. But God, I'm worried. Let the record show I am worried. Okay, like I just mentioned back there, the new Sakura Gakuin album is about to drop. We already know 2 songs, I suppose 3 songs. I mean, we know Mathematica, we know what is it called? Kirameki no Shizuku, I think is what it's called, is going to be on there. That's the one that just leaked. And obviously there's going to be Mizase Super Lady on there. So we know 3 of the songs. And they usually have about 12 songs. So we know about a quarter of the content of this album. So at this point, it would be irresponsible to not speculate as to what the album's going to be like. Before I get on to like the whole album pre-review, I'm going to focus kind of on the new song that leaked. I like it, but there's some things I don't like about it. It seems to me to be like really overproduced. It seems to me like it was passed around the studio, so everyone got their hands on it, even the all the producers, all the record executives, until it was just so used up that afterwards all that was left of something that once showed this bright promise was just kind of this hollow husk, kind of like your mom. But yeah, it just seems to me like it was kind of something that seemed to emanate from a boardroom rather than from a production studio. I mean, I still like it. It's still good. But like the slap bass solo was a little much, and then the guitar solo on top of that just seemed like it made it almost sound like a song that would be used like maybe in a TV show where there's a sitcom family and the kid has a band, and that would be the song that they did. It just seems a little off to me, and I'm hoping that that's not Weather Vane that's going to show us what this album's going to be like. In all fairness, I wasn't really impressed with Mathematica when it first came out, and now I love it. I do. But I think there's some real tangible differences between the 2 songs, especially if you look at the instrumental parts. Mathematica's instrumental break is more ambitious, less intuitive, without an air of effort to it, whereas all of those bad things could probably be said about the instrumental break in Kirameki no Shizuku. I'm gonna get that name. I swear to God, I'm gonna get that name down, and it's just gonna roll off my tongue. So anyway, on to this pre-review of the album. It's gonna open with Mizase Super Lady. Probably the next song will be the Mathematica. It'll be either the second or third song, because that's usually where they stick the education song, like Animal Rhythm last year, a song like Wonderful Journey, those sorts of songs. That's where those usually go. Then we might have one or two more songs where all the girls are singing as a full unit before we get to the subunit section, which is the meat of the album sandwich, if you will. And hopefully we will not get any more of this subunit reboot cover crap like we got last year. I love Twinkle Stars, but last year they just did a cover of God, what was it? I can't even remember what it was. That's how inconsequential it was to me. But hopefully we won't have to deal with that anymore. But due to like the high turnover rate and loss of experienced girls, some covers will be understandable, maybe even unavoidable. Hopefully they'll keep those to a minimum, and we'll get at least a few fresh subunit songs, because subunits is where it is at. We know Mini Patty and Logica. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. And who else? Sleep Piece is going to be on there. Probably the Purchasing Club too. And possibly the Wrestling Club. Kano does not have a subunit as of yet, so hopefully they might sneak that in there. That would be great. So we'll get 4 or 5 subunit songs. Hopefully all, or at least most, originals. Before we go on to the last third of the album, which is, again, all the girls singing as one unit. And it'll probably wrap up with the leaked song. What is it called? I swear to God, I'm gonna get it one of these days. Kirameki no Shizuku, which is also the title of the album. So yeah, overall, I have really, really high hopes for this album. I don't think there's any reason that it couldn't be as good or even better than Message, which in my opinion is probably their best album to date. At any rate, I think it will pass last year's effort, which had its good points, like I can't remember any, like Heart no Hashi, Spin in the Wind. There was some really great songs on that album. Overall, it felt too somber to me. It felt too reflective and sentimental. It wasn't a joyous album, in my opinion. And I think with the influx of new, especially boisterous girls, like I mentioned earlier, this has a lot of potential to be really great. So hopefully my I don't want to say ill feelings, my worrying about Kirameki no Shizuku will turn out to be just me being stupid. All I know is I am getting my hopes really, really high for this album. What could go wrong? Okay, kids, that's all I got. Please remember to like, subscribe, all of the various 1,000 points of light of my media empire. What else do I want to tell you? Kind of have to go to the bathroom. I suffer for my art, is what I'm saying. But I do really got to go. See you! Uh-oh.